right, so we have a very exciting presentation, something Benzinga has been working on for a number of months, years. It has taken a number of different names and faces, but this is truly exciting to hear more about this. The Benzinga Cannabis Alliance with my shorter and older brother, Patrick Lane. Ian Bernstein will be joining us virtually, and Jessica Johnson.
Rude.
Round of applause.
Rude, rude, rude. Thank you. Jess, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. Let's get Ian up. We'll take a second, let him join us on the screen here.
Yeah, for sure.
There he is. What's happening, my friend?
Good
How are you? You doing all right?
All good here.
Well, let's do this first, right? Ian Bernstein, you've been in the space a little while now. You've had a great career. Let's start with you, man. Let's give the room a bit of your experience and how you're affiliated with the cannabis industry.
Sure, thanks. So I've been mostly in the storage business most of my career. When I got started, I had the good fortune of getting started when we were coming right into the recession. That was a lot of fun. And so in order to survive in the recession, we created something called the SBOA, which is the Storage Business Owners Alliance. And so through that method, we were able to team up with a lot of different self-storage owners and operators, as well as vendors, cut better deals on certain services and to create additional revenue streams. And we've been doing it now for almost 14 years. And it's been very successful. We probably have 20 to 25,000 different self-storage operators using our products in one way, shape, or form. And so we sold the business a little while ago in storage. We still have the SBOA, but we don't have facilities. And so I've been investing in a lot of different capacities. And one of them has been we started a company called Coach Capital, which has been great. Got 4 partners in that business. And we started doing sale leasebacks. And as I started talking to Jason Raznick, who I've known forever, I mentioned, I think that this industry is ripe for what we're doing in storage. And so I'm talking with you and others, and I think we're ready to really take this thing to the next level.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate that. So an investor in cannabis businesses, Coach Capital, you have a wonderful business model there, and you guys have a number of board seats yourself in terms of what you're doing in the business, Ian. So as you guys are out there listening to this, feel free to follow along. The website, I believe, Jess, is BenzingaCannabisAlliance.com. Is that right?
Correct.
Awesome. So let's pivot to you for a second, Jess.
Sure.
The work that you guys have done in the SBOA, right? And it's the Storage Business Owners Alliance,
Correct.
Right? Which we have now used as a model for this alliance in this business, is offer preferred pricing, right? And I'll just say this quickly, and I'm going to let Jess explain more. We get calls from a lot of you, right? Every week, people will call Jason, they'll call me and ask, who do you know that does this? Who do you know that builds? Who do you know that can offer insurance? Who do you know that can help us with X problem? Right? And so the goal for us now is to put all of those people in one place, right? All the people that we would say are our trusted partners, right? And then try to offer relationships with those people at a preferred rate because you're coming to them through us, right? So Jess, tell them a little bit more about the work we've been doing, about your own experience in this,
Sure.
And what we've got going on.
Yeah, so on the storage side, we've been around, like Ian said, for about 14 years. We had a lot of established relationships there, a lot of which actually can cross-pollinate into the cannabis side with some of the service providers that we do use. So we're really just trying to curate a list of people we know, like, and trust that have good products, good teams, good customer support, good tech support, that can offer services to owners and operators in the cannabis space. We want to help you build efficiencies within your operations. We want to help you drive profitability to your bottom line. We've been very successful in doing that. We had one recently where we drove 60 grand to the bottom line for a particular owner and operator group. So any size, you can be small, medium, large in nature, and we want to be the connection point. Someone was joking with us earlier and called us like the matchmaking dating service of cannabis, and I was like, that's actually a really great analogy. So
why not?
We'll run with that.
Done it yet, then
Yeah,
we'll do that. Well, I love that, and thank you for that. I think
sure.
it's in $60,000, right? Just as an example, it may not sound like a lot, but that's, especially in this business, especially given how much has to go to taxes
Sure.
in terms of that top and bottom line revenue. 60K is a decent amount of money.
It was. It was. And I mean, they were very grateful and thankful. And, now they know, like, and trust us and want to figure out more relationships that we can curate like that for them.
Wonderful. Well, yeah, Ian, I want to jump back to you for a second, man. What types of companies do we have involved here? And again, we're in the early stages, first couple of innings that in terms of launching this thing. But can you tell us a little bit more about who we have?
Yeah, so we got a lot of different vendors. We have different suppliers. We've got a non-cash payment solution. We've got insurance. We've got even as simple things as like office supplies, phone and internet providers. Anything that you could spend money. Oh, I got one of the largest HVAC contractors and manufacturers in the country. Also, they can help with temperature control. I mean, really anything that you can think of that would, marketing, anything you can think of where you're spending money at your facility. We want to help make it better, help come up with better ideas. And then we also, which is consistent with what Benzinga is doing, is we want to also be like a central hub where people can share ideas and share good concepts and good or bad comments about the vendors that they're working with.
Very cool. So a question for either one of you. How do people get involved?
Yeah, I'll take that one if you want me to, Ian. It's actually, what's that? Yeah.
I'm sorry, did I have an internet connection issue? Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, it's actually real simple. You can just go online. If you're a cannabis company, there's a link within the online service. You just fill out the very simple form. It's, first, last name, number, and email. We'll get in contact with you. And if you're a service provider in the space, same thing. So 2 different links on the website, BenzingaCannabisAlliance.com. That comes internally to the team, and we reach out from there and we figure out, the inner workings of your business. And if we can make things work, we will. And trust me, we will work tirelessly to make something work. But again, we don't want to force things that we know might not make sense, right? So it has to make sense. We're working diligently every day to find new service providers in the space that we think bring value out there.
Wonderful. Well, one thing that I want to add to that, what's important to us is that we're really putting the power of Benzinga's ecosystem behind this thing, right? And behind our partners and behind our audience, right? So, I mean, as you can imagine, we have a ton of readers on Benzinga.com. We get around 20 million readers every month, right? We get around 2 million every month on just Benzinga.com/cannabis, right? So that's a lot of people interested in this space that come to our website looking for information about this industry. We're going to funnel those folks into this alliance. They're dispensary owners, they are investors, they are business professionals in this space, right? That's the audience that we're talking about. And we're going to put them in this website and let them interact with your brands, right? The services that you offer. And that's really important to us because we want to show them extra value, right? We want to give them the opportunity to find deals, to find interesting other partners to work with. And on the flip side, and Ian, I don't want to steal your thunder, man, but the partners themselves that we have, those companies and vendors that we're featuring, the idea is that we're giving you a little bit of extra value too. Yeah. Our team will be writing articles. You'll be available in newsletters that we send out to our overall audience, right? So that we're shining the spotlight more on you guys and what you're able to provide. Ian, anything to add there, man?
Yeah, absolutely. So a couple of things. Number one, obviously, it's extremely beneficial to the users and the end customers. There's no cost, right? So you got nothing to lose. Check it out. The other thing is, I would tell you, is that on all the things we do, it's got to be a win-win, right? So for the vendors, it has to be something that they're getting some benefit of getting to a lot more people. The clients and users, they need to be getting better deals and better opportunities to improve their revenue or reduce their expenses. And obviously, it's got to be, work well for us to spend the time and energy to do it. So we're always working on a way to make it optimal for all parties involved. And so we've been incredibly successful helping people build it and improve their bottom lines and in storage. And I know we can do it here as well.
Awesome. Jess, anything to add?
I think the one point I would add too, we've also connected vendors to vendors where it's made sense, right? There's been some software applications through API integrations and talks that we've had where it's made sense when we've really like been able to like dive into knowing the product and understanding the product and go, oh my gosh, you totally should talk to this vendor because they don't have this. It's a missing service, but I think, we can make a connection point there. So it doesn't just go member to vendor sometimes. Sometimes it's even been vendor to vendor. And we've been successful doing that as well.
Right. Well, and I think as Elliot alluded to, this has been a labor of love for a while now, right?
It has.
Initially, it was a directory of cannabis businesses that we put together on the Benzinga side, and then realized that we could open it up to be more value additive to everybody. So, in essence, there's a lot that could be done here, and we want to hear from all of you. And I'll open it up for questions if there are any, but I think from our perspective, we want to know what challenges you're facing so we can help you solve them, right? And not just wait for that phone call that I'm assuming I'll get or Jason will get and try to help you that way. So please, if you have any questions, we're here. We can answer them now. Or again, it's BenzingaCannabisAlliance.com.
That's it. Yeah.
Ian's got a message if anybody was wondering. Yeah. Ian, anything else, man? Any last words of wisdom?
No, I mean, it really just, it'll take us some time to kind of really get this thing going. But the more that people buy into the concept, the more that the operators are using it, we have buying power with the vendors and have the opportunity to cut better deals and improve systems and create things that'll make all of our businesses better. So the system works, and I encourage all of you to get involved, and it doesn't cost you anything, and all you can do is help. So
you heard it here first. Thank you. Thank you, Ian Bernstein. Thank you, Jessica
You're
Johnson.
welcome.
Really
Thanks for
appreciate it.
having us.
Guys, BenzingaCannabisAlliance.com.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.